Hey, good afternoon, people, and welcome back to Star Cub Review. Today, as you would have guessed from the title, I'm discussing movie novelizations. Now, I'm a huge fan of movie novelizations, from horror movies, drama movies, comedy. It just depends, but I'm more into horror and science fiction. Now, with some of them, I know the books have been written long before the movie actually got made, but then obviously there was a movie novelization at the same time that was written, or they just slap on basically the movie cover on the book and go, this is based on the book from the movie, blah blah blah. But yes, I'm talking about movie novelizations. I'm a huge fan of them. I don't have a whole lot, but I have a few. I'm still trying to get my hands on quite a few of them that are extremely rare, very hard to get a hold of, asking a lot of money for. But it's all about going out there and looking at thrift stores, garage sales, you name it. Back home where I'm from, Western Australia, Perth, and obviously Southern Cross because I'm a country kid. Movie novelizations are very hard to come by there. You can get them in libraries, but sometimes they're extremely ripped and torn and covers are missing and stuff like that. But I've found, living in the US, I've come across quite a lot in garage sales and at thrift stores. So I'm going to show you some of the ones that I've come across, that I've collected so far. And that is Resident Evil. This one's based off the movie, and that one, I really liked the first movie of that, so I just had to have the novelization for that. I've also got the movie novelizations for Species and Species 2, which I loved both those movies, so I really had to get my hands on those, and they're in extremely good nick as well, so I couldn't pass those up. I also have Alien Resurrection novelization, so that's a really good one. I also have the novelization by Alan Dean Foster for Aliens, and I was absolutely thrilled to get my hands on this. And I also have the original Alien movie novelization from Alan Dean Foster, and I believe I'll pop it up. I did a video previously, which will be up in this corner or that corner, whichever one, I'll post it up. But this one is actually signed by Alan Dean Foster, which is right there, as you can see. It's actually signed by him. So, and I paid quite a bit for this, not like, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but I paid a bit for this, and it's an extremely good nick, and it's signed by Alan Dean Foster, who's a very, very good author. So I had to get my hands on that. Movie novelization for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Now, I think this one is just slapped on the cover, and it basically says, a major motion picture from Madeley Entertainment featuring Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar. And it's just slapped on there. But Lewis Duncan, this is just, the cover is slapped on, but this book came out long before the movie did, so they had to cash in somewhere, so they actually just slapped on the cover. Obviously, Stephen King's Christine, that's really it's not really a movie novelization because it came out way before the movie, but you could classify as that. There's quite a lot in Stephen King's that are become movies or TV series, but I had to add Christine. That's one of my favorites from Stephen King, along with Dr. Sleep, The Shining. There's a whole heap. But I also have Jaws, which is a really good nick. I have the movie novelization for Jaws 2, which I put in, I said that's a book I recommend, or in my book collection, Jaws 2, and I actually have two different versions of it, one with the skier, one without, so that's really unique. I think they tried to cash in it, just having the shark from the first one, exactly like that, but it looks different, so I had to have that. Also found the Dark Crystal, which is in extremely good nick. I am so impressed by that. So I had to have that, one of my favorite childhood movies growing up. So I had to have this. And horror one, based on a horror, the movie is The Legacy. And it has a very sexy young Sam Elliott in it, and you get to see his butt. So yeah, Sam Elliott's in that one. It's actually a decent movie. I have not read the novelization of it yet. That's why I bought it, to see how different it is from the movie version. And then obviously I have this one, the Amityville Horror, which is in extremely good nick. So I've seen the movie to that, but I've never read the book. I'm fascinated by the history of the Amityville house. So that's that. But the other thing I was gonna see is how much of y'all are into movie novelizations. Like, what do you tend to read movie wise? Do you tend to go towards science fiction or horror or drama, comedy? I also have the book which I should have got off my shelf, but I didn't. That's The Ruins. I also have The First Wives Club as well. I absolutely loved that movie. So I have that as well. But I have that's some of my collection of just these ones of the movie novelizations. Like I said, it's not a lot, but I'm still collecting as I go, trying to find, Halloween 3. I know there's quite a few Halloween ones. There's, I think there's movie novelizations of Chucky. There's movie novelizations of Friday the 13th. So it's coming across them, and trying to come across them is the biggest thing. But I would love to hear. Drop me a DM in my emails and let me know what you guys, what have you come across that you think is rare, or that you haven't seen. I would love to hear from people that have stuff that I don't, or have come across stuff that they've had for years sitting in their garage or sitting in boxes in storage. It's just luck of the draw, really. When I come across them, I get them. I'm a huge horror movie buff, so novelizations are my thing for that, and fantasy and all of that. But for movie novelizations, I tend to go to more towards horror and science fiction. But I've got to add a whole lot more to my collection, and as you would have seen from the title card, there's heaps in there, in the little title card thing in the background, all different movie novelizations that I don't have, but they're ones that I've not come across. But some of the ones that are pictured in there, I have seen go for quite a pretty penny. But other than that, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. This is my first video down for today. I do have another one coming later today, and that is going to be my impression video review so far for, wait for it, Final Fantasy 16. I'm a little bit late with it, but I didn't want to give out any spoilers or anything like that. I didn't want to post anything about Final Fantasy 16, me playing it. I've played nearly 40 hours of it so far, and I'm not even 60% done, but I will do a semi-review for that, my experience with the game so far. It's absolutely incredible game. I'm having so much fun with it. I just don't want it to end. I've just been doing lots of side quests, leveling up, and just really, really, really enjoying the world of Final Fantasy 16. It's an absolute masterpiece, but you'll have to wait for that review, which will be coming later on today. But other than that, thanks so much for watching, guys. For everyone new to my channel, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell to keep up to date. But all those new and have picked this video to watch, or any of my other ones, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I really appreciate it. And for all those returning, hey, I love you guys. So that's me out. I will see you all in the next video in an hour or so. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.